Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So I was recently listening to a segment yesterday, again, depends on when you're watching this, on First Take. Right, I was listening to this segment, and they were kind of discussing the aftermath after NBA opening night, and they were talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, the Nets, and all of these different things. And they were discussing the game between the Nets and the Bucks, as I just said, on opening night. And Stephen A. Smith was giving his comments, giving his thoughts rather on the game. But before he got into the meat of his analysis of the game, he made some very interesting comments, and he stopped to acknowledge something about Giannis Antetokounmpo that I haven't heard many people in the mainstream media really highlight like the way he did. He said it in a way where it was very revealing, his comments. So before we go too far, what we want to do is we want to play his comments for you, the comments that he made about Giannis, and then we'll get back into the video. So before we go too far, take a listen to that.
Before I get into my point, because I disagree with you, I think it was a lot about the Nets, and I'll explain in a minute. But I want to say this about Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I don't say this very, very often. And one of the things I'm going to say I never have said. This dude, the thing that I'll say there is that Kobe Bryant is smiling down on a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is a brother that is a two-time league MVP, an NBA Finals MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, fresh off of averaging 30, 10, and 5 on 50% shooting. The only player in NBA history to have done that. And this brother's playing like, I have nothing. He celebrated the ring ceremony, got the ring, shed a few tears. He was emotional or whatever. Then it was time to get to work because that was last year. Now I got something new to accomplish. When we talk about rooting for people and admiring and revering champions, that's what we're talking about right there. That's somebody that you look at and you go like this, he will never cheat the game.
To me, that's the immigrant mentality.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just saying. My father said that to me one time. He's like, "You think you work hard? You don't know the immigrant mentality.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know what it's like."
Yeah.
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 It's a different mindset.
It's a different mindset, and he has it.
Yeah.
Now, in that soundbite, I have to say, I totally agree with every single point Stephen A. Smith made about Giannis. A lot of those things that he said, I've said them before. If we go back and look at when Giannis was getting ready to become a free agent, and people were saying he may leave Milwaukee and go sign with the Miami Heat. He may want to go play in LA with the Lakers. He may want to go to New York, right? People were saying that Giannis may want to be in a bigger market and all of these different things. And I said it then when this was happening. I said that Giannis was going to stay in Milwaukee. And the reason I said he was going to stay in Milwaukee had everything to do with his background. Giannis was born in Athens, Greece, to Nigerian immigrant parents. Giannis' parents' family was very, very poor. They were very poor. So when Giannis got to the NBA, he looked at the NBA as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's one of the reasons I believe that Giannis has been improving every single year since he's been in the league. And in the last 4 years, this last 4 years, the stretch that he had in these last 4 years, I think has guaranteed him a spot on the 75 greatest players ever list, right? The last 4 years, two-time regular season MVP, multiple-time All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, and Finals MVP in a 4-year span. That's extremely impressive, right? I said that given his background, Giannis would not be moved by some of the things that American-born players are moved by. Typically, to my Americans now watching this video, they're moved by the market. I want to be in a place that's happening. I want to be in a fun city. I want to be in near the beach or the sun or I said Giannis would not be moved by that, given his upbringing. I think he doesn't care about that. I don't think Giannis cares about the girls. And now I don't know him personally. This is just the impression that I got. He seems to be extremely focused on his work and his career. Yes, he has fun doing it, but Giannis seems to be all about results. For the simple fact that he went out there, tried to reach out to the late and great Kobe Bryant when Kobe's a no-nonsense guy. Kobe's a no-nonsense guy. You know, any kind of advice he's going to give you is going to be centered on hard work. And for Giannis to go out there and seek the counsel of Kobe Bryant, it tells you a lot about the guy, that this guy was all about results and putting in the work, right? That's the type of people he was reaching out to really mentor him, right? So given the fact that I thought all of these things about Giannis, and if you juxtapose that with some of the realities that some current NBA players are experiencing, I think a lot of NBA players, or I think of NBA players or multi-generational Americans or people that have been in America for quite some time. If you're watching this video, there's a message I want to communicate over to you. I was born in the States, but I'm a first-generation American. I want you guys to realize that it's a competition out there, a real life competition on a global level. The top 10 players in the NBA right now, 4 of them are foreign players. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic. These are all foreign-born players. Notice the trend. Of the total NBA players right now, 25% of them are foreign-born players. The NBA is moving in a different direction. You guys need to sit up. You guys need to be alert and realize that these people will come and overtake you. Giannis has taken the spot away from many other players. We don't think about it in those terms. The position that Giannis is in, somebody else could have been there, but he's occupying that position. The position that Luka Doncic is in, somebody else could be there, but he's occupying that position. The position that Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic is in, somebody else could have been there, but those guys are the ones that are occupying that seat right now. The things that a lot of American-born players take for granted to these guys is a luxury. It is a luxury. I said it in another video and I'll say it again. Whenever you're comparing poverty in the first world and the third world, you can never make that comparison. It's not even close. It's literally not even close. It's non-existent. The what do you call it? The distance between the two realities. When you're talking about abject poverty, and you're talking about, it's not even close, right? A lot of these guys are coming from very harsh environments. They come into the United States with fire in their belly. These guys are coming in the United States, and they have a lot to prove. The circumstances that their families are in are harsh. Go look at the story of Giannis. As I said, when he first came into the NBA, I think his first check, he sent it to his entire family. One day, somebody saw him walking to the game. Somebody stopped him like, you're Giannis Antetokounmpo, and you're walking to the game. One of the fans gave him a lift to the right because he sent all his money to his family. So I say all of that to say this. Competition is real. It is a real thing. It's not something that's happening on some planet somewhere else. It's happening here in front of you. And Giannis is a great example of this. Watch out for Luka. If people are not careful, Luka may end up becoming the face of the NBA. The NBA is turning into a global sport, and these guys are coming for the top spot. And I think that's what Stephen A. Smith is acknowledging. He's looking at Giannis and he's admiring him like, wow, this is amazing, right? This is amazing. And if he's recognizing that, I hope his competitors are. These guys are coming. Those are my thoughts and opinions. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.